Hi guys, and welcome to this Bitcoin update video. As we can currently see, Bitcoin is breaking out of this range that it had been ranging in since the massive impulsive move towards the upside. So we are currently getting a breakdown. I also anticipated a pullback, so I am currently in a short position. Why did I expect a pullback? Well, as you can see, after an impulsive move towards the upside, Bitcoin usually flatlines and then creates a higher low before impulsing towards the upside again. Why does it do that? Because it is looking for some liquidity, which means where we can find orders in the market, and it needs those orders to get some strength in order to see a new impulsive move towards the upside again. So what I'm currently looking at are levels where I'm potentially opening a long position on Bitcoin. So I have been very patient actually. Normally I would have been a little bit more aggressive, but because I knew this was a massive impulsive move towards the upside, I knew we had to get that pullback in order to see some more strength in Bitcoin. Because if we want to break through this level of resistance right here for Bitcoin, we need more strength than it currently had. So we need more liquidity and we need more orders in order to break through that level. And that is what Bitcoin is currently looking for. So obviously you are wondering, well, Guru, what are those levels of support? Where can I find those levels of support? And how do I find those levels of support? Well, first, I usually zoom in on a 5-minute time frame and I go back towards the impulsive move towards the upside. So right here, we have this impulsive move towards the upside, and the thing you should be looking at isn't this big green candle right here. No, it are these candles right here. These candles right here are the candles where you see hiccups. So right here we have one, here we have one, and here we have one. So that is where Bitcoin is finding a little bit of resistance. Those are the interesting levels that you should be watching in order to find potential entry points. So this area right here is the area that you want to be sustaining for Bitcoin and where you want to be making a potential higher low. So I'm potentially looking at 41.8k for Bitcoin, but you could also be looking at, for example, maybe even 41.3k for Bitcoin. Well, I have two orders set for Bitcoin at 41.8 and at 40.6. Why 40.6? Because it is this massive level of support for Bitcoin. If we zoom out, this area right here is a massive level of support for Bitcoin. This golden zone right here, if we look at the past, we can see it had been providing support beautiful a couple of times. Then we broke down, and then here it turned into support once again. And here we find our drop-off point before impulsive move towards the downside. So this golden zone right here is very important in my opinion for Bitcoin. So that is definitely a level that I want to be sustaining and that I'm also expecting Bitcoin to sustain. The ultimate support for Bitcoin would be here around 40k. Why is that? Well, if you look on the higher time frame, we go on the 4-hourly time frame, remove these two, and we also remove these, and we take the volume profile of the entire range, we can see that 40k is right here. So here we have that volume gap that I have been talking about a lot for Bitcoin, and at the bottom of that volume gap right here we have that level of approximately 40k. That is a volume level of support for Bitcoin. We can also see in the past how well that level is getting respected by getting rejected and then giving a lot of support for Bitcoin. And after giving support, it is giving massive resistance right here again. So that is, in my opinion, also a major level of support for Bitcoin, where you could potentially be looking for a long position on Bitcoin. Why? Because also in the current impulsive move towards the upside, this level has been providing resistance beautifully for Bitcoin. So often you see a retest of the previous resistance level in a current impulsive move towards the upside. So we could also be retesting this and then having a pull towards the upside, but I am personally expecting Bitcoin to find support a little bit sooner, maybe between 42 and 41k for Bitcoin. So those are potential scenarios that I am currently looking at for Bitcoin. So that is very, very interesting. If you look at the current range that has been forming for Bitcoin since the 5th of January, we can see some very interesting things as well. Right here we have a massive volume gap in which we are creating two levels of support for ourselves right here and at the bottom of that volume gap. This is at 41.4, also where we saw those hiccups that we have been talking about on a 5-minute chart right here. Very interesting indeed. So this volume gap right there is definitely also something that you should be watching for Bitcoin, because at the bottom of that volume gap we have been finding resistance beautifully as well for Bitcoin. So definitely also interesting level around 39.1k. That is definitely a level that you want to be sustaining in order to sustain bullish market structure, because if we look at it, we have a low right here, a high, then we formed a beautiful higher low, a higher high. So a higher low has to be getting formed above this previous low right here, preferably a bit higher in order to create some bullish looking market structure. So this right here, 37.4, definitely a level that you don't want to be losing. If we lose that level, I think we will be testing the range low right here around 34 to 34.5k for Bitcoin. So that is what Bitcoin is currently looking like. I am expecting a bit of a deeper pullback in order to get some strength, to gain some momentum and have another attack of this range high. And then I am expecting Bitcoin to break through that range high right here. And if we break through that range high, I am expecting us, if I remove these from my chart, I am personally expecting a move all the way towards 50k for Bitcoin, 50.3k actually for Bitcoin, and that would be a move of approximately, let's just say 10% for Bitcoin. So that is definitely a move that I would be catching. I would be catching the breakout right here, but obviously be careful for potential fake out. So use a good stop loss, but that is definitely a scenario that I'm looking at for Bitcoin. So let's see what the market brings us. I hope we get a bit of a deeper pullback in order to get into some nice long positions for Bitcoin, but I'm currently just chilling in my short position, getting some gains, and I can't wait for the next move of Bitcoin. If you like this YouTube video, make sure to smash up that like button, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also make sure to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and also check out my Discord, of course. We just opened a free Discord where you can also ask your questions that you have, and obviously maybe even join our VIP Discord, in which we currently have over 30 members that are profiting from my signals that I give in that Discord group. And I also wrote a complete guide on how to trade crypto, and I am doing one-on-one trading sessions with them. So also make sure to check that one out, and then I will see you guys on the next video. Peace.